So, Suzana, how is living in Denmark different from the other countries that you lived in before?
I would say there are many things in which Denmark is very special. Um, One of them being for sure the work-life balance that people advocate here and follow in their lives. I think it's amazing that the system is set up in a way that people can actually have successful careers and also be good at parenting at the same time. I've lived in Brussels before, and I think that's a good example. Like the comparison between Brussels and Copenhagen is the difference is quite obvious. People do spend very long days in their offices, and they end up not seeing their children very often. Whereas here, people also outside work, they don't talk about work as much, which is I think good, because you do get a mental break from it. And yeah, I think people do value work, but they also know that it's important to switch off. Another thing I find quite particular in Denmark, and I enjoy very much, is the environmental awareness that people have here. When it comes to things like recycling, the food choices, and many other aspects. I don't think I've lived in any other place where people paid so much attention to the organic food as they do here. So organic food is way more accessible, it's cheaper than in other places, and people consciously choose it. Thinking about Copenhagen is actually cycling. Very soon after I moved here, I realized that without a bike I couldn't really live here. I got it, and it feels like it was the best choice I've ever made. And every time I have any people visiting, I tell them to get on a bike and see the city through the eyes of a cyclist as well. And I think it's great.